Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger from his Hercules days as Superman with a mullet. Or it could be Superman who's been stung by some bees and had an allergic reaction. I don't know. However you want to take it. Welcome to Multiverse. I'm your host, Tyrus, and today we're going to take a look at the McFarlane Toys Collector Edition Superman and Krypto action figures from the Return of Superman story arc. Now, I have this package on the screen for a reason. Even though this is the same image, this image here, folks. I mean, let's do a comparison here. All right, so this looks nothing like this Superman here. I don't know what Todd's thinking, man, with this, but I don't know why we keep getting images on our box art that don't resemble our figures. That's just a head scratcher to me. But this image looks awesome, man. Folks, be on the lookout. We're gonna get this Doomsday. That's coming, and it's probably gonna come with another Superman figure that I'm gonna talk about later in the video. But I just want this on the screen so y'all can just see just how different this looks, man. I mean, this just looks it's hilarious. But yeah, we got Superman and Krypto, folks, and this is one that I really was looking forward to getting in hand because seeing the promo art and everything and seeing what the biting mode that they used for the Superman was pretty interesting, and I was like, oh no, will this not work? Who knows? But we'll dive more into it, folks. First up, we want to take a look at the accessories and everything that this Superman comes with. So first up, as you see, he does come with the collector's edition trading card here. As you can see, it's the same image that we had on the back of the packaging. Superman with the flag and more slender Superman here. I know a lot of people have been doing little head swaps, putting him on more slimmer Superman bodies and whatnot. I'm going to test that out as well. But here we have this Doomsday that we're going to be getting in the 2-pack. I promise you y'all, it's coming. It's coming. And the Superman that it's going to come with, this Superman is going to have a cloth cape. I watch. Mark my words. All right. And in the back, we have the bio here for Superman. If you want to pause that here. I like the little silver design and everything. So we got that going. All right, so we got that, and of course we have the collector's card and the stand, which I feel is always a nice touch if you want to pose this next to your Superman figure. I think that really adds to it. But if this means eliminating this and giving us more accessories, I'll take more accessories. All right, so we got that. We also have two gripping hands, so Superman can kind of grab at you. So we got that going here. So we got two gripping hands. Really nice overall. So we got that. And we also have, I will say he's an accessory. I mean, it's just you get Krypto, and Krypto looks really good. I like it. He comes with a cloth cape, which is a nice touch overall. No articulation at all. He's in one pose. Would have been awesome if this Superman was featured in a cloth cape, but we're starting to get more cloth capes, folks. So McFarlane is really starting to turn that corner towards giving us cloth capes for our figures. I'm noticing that. So stay tuned for more cloth capes, more wired capes for our figures. But this was a nice touch to the Superman character here that we have. Krypto looks nice. Love the colors, all white. Awesome color, vibrant red for the capes, yellow here. Nice little face sculpt. So, I mean, it's, nice little accessory. I look at him as an accessory. I mean, it's just really can't do anything, nice little pose. So we got that. Got Krypto here, folks. And now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty here. We got super buff Superman. Now, I've reviewed this figure before, folks. I mean, I reviewed this guy some time ago during the whole Dark Knight, or Return of the Dark Knight wave. Definitely check it out. I'll put a link in the description. But we've had this Superman before, and here it is. I mean, he's just in a darker paint deco and everything. So this is how the two, let's see if I can get him to stand without the display stand, but probably won't stand. But this is how the two compare to one another. I mean, this is it right here. So we're getting, the same body mold, but a different color scheme. And it's so funny what a difference in color can do to a figure, because you can see more so just how buff and overblown this figure is, man. I mean, with the lighter color scheme, I will say that this figure is starting to grow on me. I mean, at first I was like, I don't know, I'm not sold on it. It seems like we have the same cape, everything, just different, brighter, vibrant colors and everything. So same body mold, just different color scheme. And I tell you, man, colors can really make the difference with action figures, because this looks like it just really highlights just how buff and overblown the Superman is. So yeah, we have this one here with Superman, pretty much the same figure, just different head sculpt. Now, the biggest thing here, again, I love the vibrant colors. I mean, the lighter blues. I call it the Christopher Reeve Superman color scheme here. Really works for me. I love bright, vibrant colors. And here we have this awesome head sculpt. Now, this head sculpt looks awesome, folks. I like this head. This classic, heroic Superman here. He looks like he's done lifted weights with his neck and everything. And he also has the little mullet, man. He won me over with the mullet. You know, you got that mullet going here. I mean, everybody seems like all the superheroes at some point in the 90s, they want to give everybody a mullet. You know, Iron Man, Superman, just about every superhero but Batman. I mean, everybody want to try to give everybody a mullet for whatever reason. But yeah, this works, man. I really like how this looks. Is it my most favorite Superman? No. Should they have used a different body mold for the Superman? Yes. But you know, it works. Now I've seen there's an image that someone, I cannot remember who did it, but they posted a comic that had Superman and Wonder Woman, and it was from the 90s, and the body mold or the way the artist drew Superman was like this. I mean, he utilized maybe a bigger body mold that he drew Superman in, you know. So Superman looked just like this. I'll put that image here on the screen, but that's kind of like the one time I've seen Superman like that from that artist rendition of Superman and whatnot. But this guy still looks very heroic. He looks like he's ready to serve up truth, justice, and the American way and all that good stuff. So I mean, he looks really good, man. I mean, again, not my most favorite Superman, but he definitely works. I've gone over articulation for this guy. He definitely has the double jointed knees, elbows. These are like second, I think it's a single jointed elbows, but you know, nice overall. I mean, even though he's so buff, you still get some really good articulation out of this Superman figure. So I mean, you're not going to be lacking articulation with this guy. You'll still be able to put him into some pretty cool poses. He's just super buff, man. This guy's just like, I don't know, man. You know, but you can still get him into some really nice poses or whatnot, man. Or just have him standing or whatnot. I mean, this guy, you know, he has it. You know, he has it. Just playing around with them here or whatnot. But you know, you get enough. You get enough with this Superman here. Try to put him into like a little smashing the ground pose here. So this works, folks. So overall, pretty solid Superman. Not my most favorite. I might do a head swap with this Superman. Now, another Superman that I wanted to show with this figure here is this guy here. Now, this is the Superman that I feel we're going to see again with this head sculpt. McFarlane is going to release this figure here because this is the suit that Superman wore when he returned back from the death, you know, after, you know, supposedly dying from his battle with Doomsday. He wore a solar suit. Now, this Superman is based off the New 52 Superman when he was in hiding. They had another Superman of that Earth that was the Earth's champion, but when he perished and he died, this is the 90s Superman who came out of hiding, came out of retirement, and took on the mantle of Superman. So that's the kind of like the Reader's Digest quick version of what was going on. But yeah, he took over after the New 52 Superman died. So this is our 90s Superman here. A lot of people have been swapping these heads here and placing this here, and it really works because we're going to get this figure again with this head scope, I feel. So overall, man, this is cool to have these two figures here or whatnot. But yeah, we're going to see this guy again, folks. All right, before we head on to the next segment, one of the things that I do want to point out in regards to the Superman is that although his articulation is not that bad, when putting him in flight poses, when you put a figure in flight pose, you want his head to look up a bit as he's flying. This one, he has limited articulation when looking up. Now, looking down, he can look down like that. Looking up, he can only look up so much due to the mullet here. So articulation for the head and neck area is a bit limited. I wanted to make sure I pointed that out as well here. So as you can see, so I'm gonna put him in a flight pose quickly, see if I can get something together with him. And flight pose. And all right, so it'd be good if he can look up a bit, but he can't. And I'm gonna add this flight stand to him. This Superman did not come with the flight stand, folks, so I'm not sure exactly what the deal is with all that. But we got Superman. So it's just cool right here. But again, it would be awesome if he could look up. But again, we got the hair, the mullet, so we got that going on. But yeah, just wanted to point that out, folks. And now Superman and Krypto are ready to take flight. All right, up, and away to the next segment. All right, let's go. And here for comparison, I have reached way out into the multiverse for a number of Supermans for comparison. Now, we've seen this one at the top of the video. This pretty much is the same figure here, different color scheme, and a head swap. One of the things that I wanted to point out that I didn't point out early in the video is the fact that this Superman, the belt buckles are not colored in, but for this one, the belt buckles are colored in with the classic red. So have that here. One thing I wanted to point out. All right, so the last two comparisons that I have here on the table, I have for a reason, because they're not only Superman figures, but they may serve as potential head swaps, because this one right here, this DC Rebirth Solar Suit Superman, I see many folks swapping out this head for this Superman here, and it works. And hopefully this won't take long. And there we go. And that's perfect. That's perfect. And we're going to get this figure re-released for McFarlane Toys. He's going to have the colored silver gauntlets. This will stay the same. And he might come with, well, he won't come in any guns, because McFarlane can't package these figures with guns. But this is perfect. But this is what a lot of people have been doing with this Superman here, swapping the head. Could give you that return of Superman figure. You can put, it kind of sort of works. It kind of sort of works. And all right. Now, the other Superman that I have here is the Action Comics 1000 issue Superman. And it's more the angry version, more battle-ready version. He was packaged with the Doomsday, the Devastator 2-pack. So I love this Superman here. I love the regular unangry Superman. We've had two versions. We have another version like this in a darker blue paint scheme. And then we had the re-release this year, which is my favorite, folks. This is pretty much the standard Superman figure for many collectors without the angry face sculpt. We had that 2-pack with the Atomic Skull. But I'm thinking about using this Superman maybe as a basis for a head swap, because this don't look too bad either. So this don't look bad. This don't look bad at all. So we got a buff, super angry Superman here. So we got that. And then we have this one here. I'm about to take the peg out, put it in some water, heat it up, put the peg out. But a lot of people have been using this head scope with this body mold for Superman, and it works. You have the classic Superman costume, even though it's a darker paint deco, but you do have this classic mullet Superman from the 90s, so this works. And then I'll post images on Instagram and Twitter, and maybe at the end of this video, so you can see Superman in his full glory with this costume here, folks. So, and here I have more Superman figures, all from McFarlane Toys, starting with the really angry version of the Superman Hush figure. This figure here is supposedly taken over by Poison Ivy. His review has been up on the channel, so check it out if you haven't done so already. But I feel like this Superman would really serve as a good head swap with this one as well, because we got the classic costume, classic look, get the mullet on him. And last but not least, I have the Action Comics #1 Superman figure. And to top off this Superman comparison, also from McFarlane Toys, I have the quote-unquote classic Superman. I call this the smiling Superman in the classic colors. just a few little things that takes it out of that classic element. But stay tuned for this review, folks. It is coming up. All right, let's get on to the next. And here for comparison, all from McFarlane Toys, along with our Man of Steel, I have, I guess, the Superman family, because, Batman has the Bat family, but here we have the Man of Steel family, starting with the Reign of Superman Steel. Then up next we have the DC Rebirth Supergirl. Then we have Kon-El Superboy. And finally we have the Jonathan Kent version of Superman. And here alongside our return of Superman figure, all from McFarlane Toys as well, we have one of the most iconic trios in comic book history. Pretty much I feel the most iconic trio in comic book history, and that is the DC Trinity with the DC Multiverse Collector's Edition Nightfall Batman. Then last but not least, we have the champion of the Amazons, also from the DC Collector's Edition line, classic Wonder Woman. Now, what's a Superman video if you don't have some of his most notorious villains? All right, all from McFarlane Toys, I have the thorn in his side, one of the most intelligent people in all of the DC universe. I have the green power-suited Lex Luthor figure. I'm hoping that we get one in a normal, regular business suit. That would be awesome. But I got Lex Luthor here ready to cause some trouble for the Man of Steel. Then up next, we have the Injustice version of Brainiac. I'm pretty sure, I'm hearing through the grapevine little rumors that we're going to get a classic Brainiac soon, so we'll see about that. And last but not least, I have the Ultraman or Superman of Earth -2 or Earth 2 from that Starro Build-A-Figure wave. Now, you might say, no, man, that head sculpt looks a little different. I swapped his head out. I did not like that head sculpt that he was packaged with. So this is from the Superman Red Sun. So I swapped heads and whatnot. So that's what's going on with this figure here. But I have the swapped head Ultraman figure here for comparison as well. I talked way too much in this comparison. All right, let's go on, folks. And last but certainly not least, I have the infamous Doomsday Mega figure. His review is up on the channel along with the Battle Damage Superman. But we have the man, or the thing, the myth, the legend that was responsible for supposedly killing Superman in that Death of Superman story arc. All right, folks, that's all I have for this episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Again, man, I had mixed feelings about this Superman. Again, he's not my favorite, but he's grown on me. He's grown on me. I mean, this body mold is just a little too buff for this return of Superman figure. But again, loving the colors, like the Krypto, nice touch. Hopefully we'll get more. I'm pretty sure we are going to get more characters from that Death and Return of Superman, with the Cyborg Superman figure. He's coming, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get yet another Doomsday, folks. So stay tuned for all of that. I'm all in, folks. But again, thanks so much for tuning in. Folks, let me know in the comments. I mean, what do you think about this Superman? I mean, have you dived in on it? Are you all in? Are you on the fence? Or is this one a hard pass for you? Let me know in the comments, folks. Did you read the Death and the Return of Superman comics? I mean, let me know in the comments, folks. That was a huge story arc back in the day. That was huge back in the 90s, folks. I mean, that was all right there, front and center during that time, man. It was an exciting time. It was a very surprising time when Superman died. I mean, everybody was talking about it, from people who read comics to people who didn't read comics. It was on the news. That's how big the death of Superman was. And then he ultimately returned. Appreciate you all. Be sure to comment below. Also, be sure to ring that bell for all notifications so you get each and every one of my content pieces as it drops. And also, don't forget to what? Yep, like, share, and subscribe. If you've done that already, I truly appreciate it, folks. It really helps the channel, and I truly appreciate all the support. And also, don't forget that I am on social media with Twitter and Instagram. So if you have those outlets, be sure to give me a follow. And be sure to check out my community tab. I'm always posting news and updates there. And once again, folks, I truly appreciate all the support. Thanks so much for tuning in. And until next time, be good to one another. Be safe. Stay tuned. And Superman out. Until next time, folks. Bye for now.